part of my life goal is to come back to Long Beach PCN and actually fund the whole thing.
Hey everyone, so welcome back to another episode of Boba With Board. Today we are joined by Bronson Farr.
Yeah, so Bronson is one of our alumni advisors for this year's PCN. This is your sixth PCN. Right? Is that correct?
I think it's like my sixth PCN.
Yeah, sixth PCN with Long Beach, and also this is your second year on PCN Board. Yeah. So, how are you doing today, Bronson?
I'm doing amazing.
Awesome. All right, so you had a pretty extensive PCN repertoire. So take us back to your very first PCN experience. How was it for you?
So my first PCN, I only did Spanish, and it was for a PCN called Mica, and it was my very first time doing a PCN. I had no idea what was going on. I only did one suite. I low-key regret only doing one suite because that ended up being like the standard for all PCNs after that until like other PCNs came along. And so, and it had a really great message too. And I think it was really powerful because I invited my dad, and like he actually really loved the story. And so that's what kind of touched me about that PCN.
So with you coming back year after year, what's something about PCN that keeps drawing you back?
So that's actually a really great question. So the reason why I keep coming back to PCN is because PCN actually completed me as a person. And so I grew up in San Francisco, Bay Area. I was raised Chinese, didn't really care for my Filipino side. And then I moved down here to Long Beach, and I was kind of curious about the Filipino club and didn't really join my freshman year until I went to my first PCN. And like there was just these dances, there was colors, there was music, there was song, there were stories, and like it was just this whole side of me that I didn't know that I wanted to explore more. And so that's what inspired me to join PAC and then in turn participate in PCN.
So kind of moving back from PCN, we want to let the audience get to know you as an individual a little bit better. So what's one thing that not many people would actually know about you?
So I have a bilateral cleft lip and palate, and I actually had 7 surgeries for it before I turned 18.
Wow.
And during one of those surgeries, I woke up from the anesthesia, and I was like a little kid. I was like 5, and I was fighting off all the nurses, and they had to call my mom in to the operating room to calm me down.
Oh my god.
Dang, you're a beast.
Okay.
Well, you're one of the few people in board that's lived a little bit longer than the rest. What's one piece of life advice you give to us babies in PCN and board?
I'd say you can do it, and that comes from personal experience. Whatever you put your mind to, whatever you tell yourself, you're 100% right, whether you can or you can't. And so my advice to everyone who's watching this is to really just focus on what you love, and the money will come, honestly. Like, everyone's worried about money and jobs these days, but at the end of the day, as long as you focus on what you're passionate about, and if that passion can make you money, then by all means do it, and the money will come.
Just do it. Hey.
All right, so we all know that there's so many different Filipino stereotypes. Which one do you feel like you fall under?
I used to be the dancer type. I used to dance a lot. Like, I was on my school's hip hop team in high school, and then I started b-boying here at Long Beach State, and now, well, I don't go to raves as much anymore, but now I picked up shuffling for raves.
Dang, okay.
Yeah, so it's just a nice party trick to bust out whenever you want.
So, tell us more about the path that you've taken in your career ever since graduating from Long Beach.
Oh, that's a good question. So, right now, I'm actually getting into finance, and what I do for my business is I actually educate people about how money works and how to save. So literally, this is what I tell them: like, you can, if you put away this much today, you can ball out with this much tomorrow. And so that's pretty much what I do for my finance business.
Nice. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and take this opportunity to segue into a segment that we have here on this show called Rapid Fire. So we're just gonna go ahead and give you a series of questions, and you're just gonna need to answer them as quickly as possible.
Sure.
You ready?
Yeah.
Yes. All right, Co, count it down.
In 3, 2, 1.
Describe yourself in 3 words.
Positive, energetic, fun.
Favorite song that came out this year?
Natural by Shifky.
Give yourself a compliment.
Bronson, you're doing great.
Who was the better sweet corn, me or Zach?
Daddy Derrick.
Would you rather experience the beginning of planet Earth or the end of planet Earth?
The end.
Favorite drink at Jamba Juice?
Oh, that matcha green tea smoothie or whatever it was.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how cool are you?
Like 11.
What annoys you?
Oh, when I packed my girlfriend lunch and apparently I didn't portion it out right, and so she comes home like this little bit of rice, and I'm like, babe, why didn't you eat the rice? She goes, my portions were off, and I go, oh my god, it's rice, just eat it.
Beta.
No!
Fill in the blank. Archives is
amazing.
Love it.
I really needed that.
Oh my god.
All right, so to bring it back to PCN before we end this episode of Boba With Board, we just have one last question for you, and that is, what does PCN mean to you?
I think PCN for me is home, honestly. Part of my life goal is to come back to Long Beach PCN and actually fund the whole thing.
Wow.
Like book CPAC,
Okay.
pay for all the costume contracts, make sure y'all have costumes. Like, that's one of my life goals, because PCN was that life-changing for me.
You just gotta have money. Alright, Bronson, love the answer. That's all we have for you today. Thank you
Awesome.
for coming to our show.
Yeah, so that's all the time that we have for today's episode of Boba With Board. Be on the lookout for the next episode to come.
Don't forget to subscribe, hit that like button. We will see you in the next one.